Well, hello there. Come in, have a seat, and brush the cat off the couch. I wanted to take the time to wish you a Merry Christmas. I do have a pipe with me. It's an old Stanwell. Isn't it lovely? A gift from my wife all that time ago, and I'm not going to smoke it. I may chew on the end of it. But I'm not on the porch, so I'm not going to smoke. When we put up the new place, and I really like it. It's much less drafty than the old one. Why, you know, when I was newer, I was less drafty too. Um, Now I'm old and I've put away less drafty things. Um, my wife wanted white walls and white ceilings. And of course, if you have white walls and white ceilings, smoke of any sort really shows up on them and causes higher maintenance issues. So I smoke on my porch. Once upon a time, when I was a younger man, I'd put up a fuss about that and would have explained carefully and respectfully that, hey, I'm the one paying for this place, and so I'm going to smoke inside if I want to. Well, I'm not the only one paying for this place. My wife is still working. She has her own business, and it's doing pretty well, thank the Lord. So, also, I'm smart enough now. Young men, listen to me. Pick your battles and save your no for when it's very, very important. I think that in all of our long marriage, I have told my wife no twice. Once was she asked me, I think it was 5 or 6 years before we had paid off the mortgage on the third re-roofing of the old place. Because, man, there's nothing like a house that leaks. She said, do you want to refinance? We'll have a lower payment. And I said, no, we're pretty close to getting this one paid off. Let's just let it go. And she said, okay, because she understood my reasoning. And also, I saved my no for when it's important. The other time I told her no, she said, what would you think about me going skydiving? And I said, no. And then I said, look, it took me 29 years to find you and then persuade you to marry me. I'm not going to lose you to something dumb like that. You keep your feet on the ground. And it was just the right argument to present. Listen, young man, save your no for when it's important. And always, always, always frame any argument that you have to make in terms of your love for your wife. You'll be a much happier husband if you will do that. Am I telling you always to give in? No. I suppose I'm telling you what St. Paul told you, which was love your wife the way that Christ loves the church. Sacrifice yourself. And when it's important, when it's really, really important, if you have to say no, then your no will carry more weight. This is assuming that neither one of you married an idiot. I hope that's not the case. Well, anyway, I did just want to tell you Merry Christmas, and I'll get around to it. But not yet. We had a wonderful time last night at the Christmas Eve liturgy. The attendance was good for a little Orthodox church out in the country where you would never expect to find an Orthodox church. And boy, I'd put our cooks up against any church anywhere. Our cooks are the best. Boy, we had venison ham, and it was one of the new members had injected it with Wagyu beef fat and rubbed it with onions and garlic and black truffles. Listen, let me tell you something. This little tiny church of ours, when it's hot in the summer, why, the people have those funeral home fans that they fan themselves with. You know, on a paper card on a popsicle stick. Well, maybe larger than a popsicle stick. Any road, it's a paper fan. And that's your air conditioning. Is to be found in your wrist. And probably ought to be in your left hand because you're going to be busy with your right hand crossing yourself. And hopefully you'll be praying for the priest. You know, he's wearing 3 layers, standing inside the altar there at the holy table. Gets pretty hot. Gets pretty hot. It's a little country church. Well, any road, I am going to get around to wishing a Merry Christmas, I promise. And we had the best time and ate a whole lot of food. It was really great. What with the Advent fast being over and everybody starved to death. And it's about a 3-hour service for Christmas Eve, which is just fine. And some of our older people, man, they've got the energy and patience of saints. They put up with a lot. And the children, too. You know, 3 hours of anything is tough on a child, unless it's 3 hours of sleep or doing whatever it is they want to do. And I got some nice loot. Got a new copy of the latest edition of Josephus. I got a volume of St. Thomas Aquinas, who strictly speaking is not one of our church fathers. But he is brilliant, and he did lead a saintly life, and it's good to pay attention to what he has to say. And a volume containing Galen and Hippocrates, the two ancient physicians, that'll be of interest to read. And I got a copy of the new translation of the Enuma Elish, and then another translation of just the Gilgamesh epic part, and that's pretty interesting. And I was really glad to get all of those things. And then I was given an absolutely killer bottle of wine. It's a Malbec. And I love Malbec. And I got and this is funny, I got an Ultraman figurine. And I don't know, that's my favorite of the rubber suit masked heroes with the Science Ninja team. I laugh about Science Ninjas, it's like guys with black spectacles and a pocket protector full of shuriken. Science Ninjas. So, any road, I guess this is the part where I wish you a very Merry Christmas. When I was younger, I wanted everything to be kind of sparkly and magical. But it's because I didn't realize how very sparkly and magical everything already is. Well, all right. It's late, and you probably ought to go to bed. Good night. Merry Christmas.